Hey guys, Cole here. Welcome back to another raid video. Today is Loki Day. Everybody has unlocked him today and they're wondering what kind of build we're gonna run on Loki. There's multiple builds that you can do. I won't show every single one of them today. I'll show, I think, the most common one out there that people are gonna be using. It's gonna be Loki in a provoke set, I would say, for the usefulness in Hydra and well, basic PvP fights that you might want to throw Loki in there. You won't have the stats for the most part to follow me here, but you don't need these stats to really see the usefulness out of Loki. You don't need to have, let's say, 280 speed and 500 accuracy. Okay, you don't need that. You don't need all of that. You need enough accuracy to use him in areas such as the Hydra with the maximum of about 400 accuracy. And then for speed, as much as you can in a provoke set, that's going to be fine, and that's going to be enough. Okay, it's going to be enough. But if you do have lots of speed, lots of accuracy, then go for it. It's just going to be great for PvP. All right, in terms of PvP, why do you need the accuracy when he has an unresistible A3? Well, that only depends whether you have a perfect veil. Perfect veil will not always be available because he only applies it through his passive in the first 2 turns of the round. So not always, he won't always have that available. He has this skill which is unresistible, removal of buffs, and steal of Terminator. This is fantastic, but only conditional. Okay, so you have to use another perfect veil or veil champion together with him to get that specific benefit. So you can rely on that. Also, his A2 and A1 depend on accuracy, so you'll need to, if let's say you want to extend the duration of debuffs, you'll need to have accuracy. And let's say you want to have the block active skills and block buffs that he can apply and then spread around, you'll need to have the perfect veil. So with that, you'll need to use a perfect veil champion together with him. It's definitely a must do, I would say, for the Hydra. So let's have a look at his masteries. His masteries, I went for Eagle Eye because that gives me a little bit extra accuracy. If you really care about the chance on provoke, very easy choice is Fearsome Presence. It's the alternative. I will say Retribution here, and Deterrence are very nice for the counter attack with the A1, since that's going to be an AoE attack. And then also Cycle of Magic can be useful for you guys. The extra Terminator from applying debuffs is huge here. And then Evil Eye, if you plan on using him in PvE content where Terminator can be reduced. If not, you do Cycle of Magic. Okay, Lore of Steel depends on the gear that you have on him. It will boost the base set stats. Okay, so extra accuracy. So here I'm running him in a provoke set, perception, and a feral set. You don't need to have the feral set. Gives me extra accuracy with just 1 piece of gear. That is huge, and it's conditional on winning the sieges. So if you don't have that, you can use the brand new set that we get from the event dungeon that gives you 20 accuracy instead. If you can throw it on accessories, that is perfectly fine. So stats that I'm looking for when building Loki is speed here and accuracy on the substats wherever I can, and then using glyphs if I want to boost those specific stats specifically. So you're looking for accuracy and speed basically on everything if you can. If not, then you go with what you have. That's why his accuracy is kind of running low, because my provoke sets are not good. I don't specifically target the Ice Golem dungeon at all. I even have perception gear here with the defense percent, ascension here, not an accuracy one because that's expensive to roll. And then I also am running multiple stats such as defense and HP percent to get him to be a little bit tanky with 4,200 defense and 50,000 health. You don't need all that though. So let's start with the showcase a little bit. I'll show you guys how he can be useful in the arenas. But for the most part, I would say he's going to be useful for the majority of players in the Hydra. So a nice team against us now with the Taras here. We have a Lydia, we have an Armand, and an Arbiter to boost up everybody. With Wukong here as being my damage dealer, we'll see how this goes. I have the increased attack buff coming in from Loki, so I don't need to have something else. That provides me that. Good thing I cleansed the fear there with Sifi. I got lucky there, and then I can try and sleep the opponents. There we go. Now, what you can do in these situations, you can do the A2 here and try to spread around the debuffs, and that's going to allow you to basically lock the enemy team out. Should you do that? It all depends on your strategy. The A3 here would have been nice if I wanted to steal Armand's Terminator and then give me 100% Terminator so I can go again with the A2. So maybe I could have done this, or I could have done the A3 here on Taras. I think that's the way I'm going to go. Taras does not have the polymorph also. So I don't have any fear whatsoever. And let's see if I hit the arbiter here. Is she gonna die? There we go. Actually kill the Armands. Taras is not dead because he's annoying, but we lock him out here with the sleep. I can also do a heal now if I choose to use the A2 on my Wukong. Okay, heal. He's still under perfect veil because we're in arena. Goes on for 2 turns. I can do that and do also a buff spread of whatever kind of buffs the other champions don't have. If they have everything, it's not going to happen. Or I can try and do the A2 on enemies and basically ensure the lockout with the block active skills. Okay, here. So do even a refresh, buff up, Wukong's going to go, and then we take them out, right? The fights can go like that pretty easy. Let's do a refresh here, find some more difficult fights. Another Arman's team, big team here with lots of buffs available, might have protection sets and all that. So we'll see on what kind of strategy I can run here. So let's buff up. We'll try to sleep them, remove some buffs. Couldn't do it on everybody. So what I can do here is I can block the active skills there on Leorius. I love that choice. Just love using the A3, I think, because of the Terminator steal, especially on damage dealers. I think that is going to be very nice because they don't have a lot of speed for the most part. So here I can go with Wukong. Let's try and stun that Necrit. There we go. And not much I can do here on Leorius. Not going to affect him at all. So let's do the block active skills now, and that's going to spread around to the champions. It can spread around. I don't believe it's going to go on the Stone Skin. It's impossible. So let's do that on Leorius. Block active skills, block buffs. Very beautiful. There we go. That just did nothing. So now we lose the perfect veil. Ideally, I would have used something that could help me with that, but I just don't see the slot here. I could use perfect veil. I could, though, use other champions. We take down Leorius because he doesn't have the ability to have the unkillable because of the block buffs. Do the A1 here. I'm just waiting out on the Stone Skin basically there. And that's going to be it. So here, again, look at that. Block active skills. Just ensuring it stays on. We steal some buffs through Stone Skin even. You know, that could happen. There's the revive. And they have a perfect veil. The A1. Maybe we apply provoke. No. And that should be enough to get the kill through. And Wukong takes them out. So there's multiple different choices you can make in terms of PvP with the use of his skills. So you have to consider what the other enemy champions have in terms of the toolkit. So if they have like an unkillable, the block buffs is going to be handy. If they have some sort of immunity to Terminator control, you also have to consider that. So I love the choice of being able to lock them out. But since here, see, we didn't sleep everybody. I think I'm going to go for Mikage, steal her own Terminator there, and try and see if I can get the kill anyway. Good. That's good. That was like a very nice hit. This one's going to be very tanky. Team, let's try that one. And let's see how this is going to go. Multiple Stone Skins here. So that's going to be a nightmare to deal with. Couldn't remove anything. Let's try this on me. On Harima. I was going to say Mikage. Harima. Couldn't remove any of the Stone Skins. That's totally fine. We'll have a reset coming through from Kaimar. Have a chance again. So there it is. We stole the Stone Skin. That's what I wanted to see. We'll have another chance here with Wukong. Steal even more buffs. There it is. And then if we can get a hit through with Wukong, actually we can't. No, we can't, because there's the UDK there. So here, just gonna block active skills on Harima. That's the damage dealer there. But a cleanse might come through, so that's gonna be annoying. Here we go. Finally. Oh, I'm just gonna hit the UDK. There's no choice. No choice in that. A1 there wakes them up, unfortunately. Let's revive. I want to see the provoke coming through. Ooh, block damage because of the poisons. Not nice. There's the provokes finally. All right. Here, do a little bit of damage through the AoE. I need the increased attack though for the Wukong to do, if any, damage. So here, steal the Terminator from UDK. It's not gonna take a turn anytime soon. Let's revive. Let's lock them up. Didn't spread it around because I didn't have the perfect veil. So here, maybe this is just a bad choice of the arena team. So not having the perfect veil means I can't lock them out here. So maybe here instead of CV, I could have used like a Duchess and used like a more tanky team, having him maybe in a Stone Skin set. So a really tanky team to go second. So everybody in Stone Skin like they were. So this is gonna be an annoying team with Marichka there. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever. All right, so here basically this is gonna be over now with Harima almost dead. Well, almost dead because the Python there could have revived, but he didn't. And there it is, we get the win. I think Perfect Veil is key for these longer fights, so I would have tried using other champions, maybe like for the free to play, something like, let's see, if we try to find all the Perfect Veil buffs. All right, Perfect Veil or Veil, okay. Not that many actually with the Perfect Veil. So Veil and has that. Yeah, Rector Drath I would say is a perfect choice for the free to play for the most part, for having a consistent Veil available. And then other champions have like self Perfect Veil, so it doesn't really help us with that. So for the Hydra, you're gonna be looking at a team that consistently applies Perfect Veil for my boy here Loki to be able to apply the block buffs consistently. And then the debuff spread, it depends on what kind of debuffs are running at any time. So let's go into the Hydra and see how this team would perform as an example. Again, it all depends on what kind of champion you have available, but basically the usefulness out of Loki is the block buffs here and the ability to extend the duration of debuffs, plus the provoke that's going to be added on top of my boy Chris here, who's going to be hopefully provoking for the most part, but Loki with the provoke set on his own can definitely help. Again, not a consistent way to provoke, but it's better than nothing. So we start out the run here. Let's actually do this on manual here for a little bit. Let's test out the block buffs here. And if we want to actually spread the block buffs, we could use it on any target here because it's gonna spread 2 debuffs. It's not just block buffs that he's spreading, right? It's 2 random debuffs. So we have the speed debuff here. We don't have it here. So this is a perfect situation where I'm just using it on, let's say, this head here. If I want to spread the speed down, I think, yeah, I'm going to use this on the head of Mischief. I don't think I'm gonna not target it. Is it? Let's use it on Torment. It doesn't matter. There we go. Block buffs and speed down spread around on the enemies. I'm gonna attack here, try to also apply the defense down. There we go. And now we want to start having the perfect veil just to be always available. Let's see if we can provoke. There we go. Provoke. Gonna start hitting here with my boy Turvolt. Let's see Turvolt. There we go. Boom, boom. There it is. And that's basically it for Loki. Really, for the Hydra. That's what you are going to be utilizing him for. The block buffs, he's going to have that available at all times. And then the A3 also is going to be useful as a Terminator boosting skill. So any head you're going to target, he's going to boost up, going to give increased attack to your team. I have it also from the Duchess there. We extend the duration of our buffs here. And then you're just going to be targeting the heads that you can. I would say the head of Decay can be very annoying if you don't have a consistent provoke. So sometimes I just try to take that down first. Head of Wrath also can be very annoying because what that does is basically hit you and is the one that could ruin your run at any time. So having that as being your focus can also be something. But if you have a tanky team here with like a Chris, have a Duchess for revives, you don't really care about that Head of Wrath anymore because you'll just be reviving. So what I'm doing here is just hitting on the head that's down, so I can maximize my damage, basically. So here I could heal somebody. I could try to spread around the debuffs, spread around the block buffs. Let's see if we can spread something around. There it is, block buffs, decrease attack. Doesn't matter because that head, well, won't get any buffs, won't get anything. So here, let's see, Turvold, my boy here, did a 2 million hit there. Beautiful. And this is how the iron's gonna go. If we put it on full auto, I think I don't have custom AI set for this team, so I might be doing wild things. But Loki with the A1 is gonna consistently provoke the Head of Decay at a 40% chance, I believe, is the set. We'll also have the A2 and the A3 being used throughout the fight, and that's how this is gonna go. Loki's gonna be great for the Terminator feel. Overall, I think he's a very solid champion. Not as strong as Armand's, okay? Not as strong as, he's not gonna be a counter to Armand's or anything like that. But the fact that this champion is free, the fact that we'll get eventually that 5-star blessing for this guy, this is huge. I cannot see a downside in using Loki. Again, you'll need lots of books to fully get his potential to the maximum, being 100% chance to apply the block buffs. But that is part of just playing the game and just trying to get those legendary skill books whenever you can. It does take time, but eventually you'll get it. So that's basically gonna be it for the video, guys. I'm not gonna show you the full run, but Loki is really, really useful in this situation for the Hydra. I do think he's gonna be key for you if you're missing something like a block buff. But again, he needs the perfect veil to really be useful. Without a perfect veil champion together with him, he's only like a single target block buffs, and on auto it's just gonna go randomly across the board and not really do what you're looking for, which is basically locking out the ability for buffs to be applied on the heads, like the reflect buff or the ally protection buff can be huge. In terms of PvE content, with the same set, you can run him on any dungeon. Basically, you can run a Loki here and control the waves, especially for Doom Tower stuff. Stun set and provoke set are going to be huge. You just throw the champion in there and the provoke set is going to do its work for the waves. As long as Loki survives, the evade skill that he has can be key to help keep him alive, but you'll need a healer in there. And again, a perfect veil champion together with him to ensure the block active skills is spread around. So that was the video, guys, for Loki. There he is, my boy here, Loki. I'm gonna keep him in this set and probably use him most, I would say, for the Cursed City, or if I change his gear around, he might see some PvP action. For my Hydra builds, personally, I don't have a use for him. I have other block buff champions, but for other players out there, as I said before, he's gonna still be good. So that was it, guys. Thank you all. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.